Hey guys, welcome to the Let's Talk Paralegal podcast, Limitless Paralegals Event 2023 bonus episodes. And today I have none other of the attorney Dionniw. And we're going to leave it at that today because she has a long title. You can call her Legal Rebel, Willa Academy. I mean, there's so many other branches that we can introduce her as. But for me personally, she's just my Dionniw, and I love her to pieces. I actually had the pleasure to be on her platform at the Willa Academy event in Tampa, Florida, at the Tampa edition, which was beautiful. We had a great time. Loved the DJ. It was amazing. And so we're going to bring all that energy back over here down south to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So without further ado, Dionniw, hello.
Hello, Miss Etta Rosa. Thank you for having me. I feel like our worlds just keep colliding. So thank you so much for having me on your podcast.
Oh my goodness. I love you so much. I love your energy. I love that you call yourself the legal rebel because that's exactly what we need. And especially in the division that you're in, immigration, right? It's such a tough, subject for some people. And it's so controversial, right? Like you get to know people. It's kind of like those pet peeves of people. Don't talk about religion, don't talk about money, don't talk about immigration. It's kind of the thing. But you're like, nope, setting fire to that discussion.
We're gonna talk.
So tell us a little bit about your journey, right? Because obviously there's a story behind every rebel, right? So let's talk a little bit about that and introduce yourself as a person to the
audience. So I am attorney Dionniw Winterfunde, and the accolades, what people would say is I'm an immigration law attorney. I own Winter Immigration, Winter Law Practice, which is, I used to say a boutique law firm. We're no longer boutique. We are an immigration law firm. A force to be reckoned with in the field of immigration. And I also own the Winter Immigration Law Academy, which I started approximately 3 years ago. I never start a speech. I never start talking about anything without talking about the original legal rebel, which was my mother. She is the hero of my story. She is my why. She's my reason. She's why I do everything I do within the space of immigration. So that's just a little bit about who I am and what I do.
Yeah, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, guys. Like she was very modest. Once you see her live, she literally comes alive. Like she takes and owns the stage, and she hits home with a lot of things. So just be prepared to cry, laugh, all the things.
Dance.
And dance. We have to dance. I mean, that's the most important. Like, I'm a dancer at heart. I've been dancing since I was 2, and I never stopped. My mom always said that. She's like, even in her stomach, I would move around and go crazy when I heard songs, which is what my mom always said. So, yeah, definitely music is always a part of my life and Dionniw. And we literally went barefoot on stage. I just realized that the other day when you guys were doing like the after promotions of the videos. I were like with literally no shoes on stage. Like definitely I was like, oh my God, did I really forget to put my shoes back on? Because it was towards the end of the day. Okay, guys, we were like, I think we were the last panel of that day. I think it was.
I think Women in the Law or something like that, or Women in
it was like the last, I guess hurrah before the party kind of thing. And my feet were killing me, to be honest with you. And I was just not about that life. I had forgotten my sandals. It was just a long day. And I just went up on stage with no shoes. And you took the lead on that one too. And you were like, all right, fine. We're going to both just be with no shoes. So that's really how it's going to be. That's really like the Limitless Paralegal Event. I created it so you guys can feel comfortable in your own element, bring your personality, not just your profession, to the room, and really connect with like-minded people, but also people that make you think, that make you grow, that make you, outside the box, right? And I hand selected my speakers because they're on that trajectory. They are not going on the beaten path, the path that everybody goes on. They're looking left and right and back and forth and just really bringing everybody in. And I think that's what the epiphany of what Dionniw does, in a nutshell, in everything that she touches. Even people. I don't know how you do it. I saw the most introverted people, which was so intriguing to me. The most quiet people, the ones that you always see in like a little corner. I saw them actually take the mic and share their immigration story in front of hundreds of people. And I was like, that's the Dionniw effect. You know, that's really what she brings to the table, and that's why she's amazing. But not only is she a speaker, she was also gracious enough to be one of our sponsors, and I will forever be grateful for that. So definitely shout out to my Dionniw, my go-to person when it comes to everything. And when I need an energy boost, I literally just open up my Instagram because she's always there with her videos.
I'm always up to something. Always up to something.
Always there with her video, her pictures, or anything like that. And I love it. So talk a little bit about what you're going to talk about at the Limitless event, which is paralegal entrepreneurship, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's something that a lot of people are scared of, especially when it comes to immigration. So, you know, you create that safe net for entrepreneurs and non-lawyers in particular. But something I didn't know that I learned at the Academy event was it didn't start off like that. It didn't start off with non-lawyers.
No, it
So
didn't.
I didn't know that. That was something I learned there at
not.
the event. And so tell the audience a little bit about
Okay.
that and how that started.
I started out as a paralegal. My first degree was an associate's in applied science degree, Bronx Community College. If anybody's listening to this on the replay, Bronx Community College, give me 2 snaps. So I completed my associate's degree as a paralegal. So I'm very familiar with the role of paralegal in the firm or outside of the firm. One thing I commend you on, Etta, when we were going to paralegal school, nobody ever thought about having an independent business outside of working under an attorney in a law firm. Like there wasn't, I don't know when that came about. I know it came about at some point, but I can tell you back in 1996, 1997, 1998, that was never something that we thought about. So fast forward, I have worked as a law school director. I've been a law school professor. I've worked at the state bar where I regulated attorneys. And I like to say when I founded the Wynters Immigration Law Academy, which has turned into an academy for non-attorneys, it's where my love of the law and my love of education collides. Mm-hmm. I love educating and I love the law. I absolutely love the law because I believe that as a people, as a community, as immigrants, if we know and understand and respect the law, we could use it as a weapon. Like we could use it to change our communities, change our lives. So when I started the academy, and hey, Rebels, I'm live in my little group, not public, private group, because this is not going public until you let it go public. But when I created the Immigration Law Academy, my goal was to serve attorneys because, you know, back in the day, and I hate to get historical, when you're an immigration law attorney, you got no street cred. It was like, oh, she can't pass the bar, she can't find a job. Yeah, immigration law attorneys was not a luxurious thing like it is now. It really wasn't. It was more like, oh, you're an immigrant, so you serve your immigrant community, so you're not really a lawyer. Now they're getting the respect. So when I founded the academy, it was a way for me to, one, bring some dignity to the practice of law for immigration law attorneys. That, two, show them that, look, you can serve your community a little bit differently, live, work, and play anywhere you want on the universe, right? In that first class, I had one non-attorney. One woman was not an attorney. And I had my nose up in the air like, first of all, you're not a lawyer. What are you doing in my class? And so I had to pivot my teaching and learn like what the state bar says. I had to pivot really quickly to figure out where does the line start and stop for non-attorneys and where does it start for attorneys. And that's what the academy has morphed into, this safe place for non-attorneys. They have access to me. And now they learn that they can build a profitable business, follow the state bar rules, follow the federal guidelines, follow what it says. And as women, let me say a little secret. Listen, we're going to follow the rules, but we're going to put our toes right up to where the rules are and let them hang out right there, right? Mm-hmm. Because well-behaved women never make history. And we want to make a little bit of history around here. So that's where the Immigration Law Academy came from. That's some of the things I'm going to talk about. Being an entrepreneur, what are some unique gaps in society that you can fill? And a lot of people think they have to improve something that's already there. Like, okay, this lawyer has a law firm, I'm just going to go work from him and improve his systems. That's not entrepreneurship, right? Mm-hmm. That's a job. I think for me, I'll be talking about the power of looking at the community you serve, Look for the gap, look for the unserved, look for people that are either don't have access to something. It does not always have to be immigration law. It could be family law. It could be anything. And find out how you can fill that gap. We call that a new opportunity. Look for ways to create new opportunities for your community. They will fall in love with you. So those are some of the things I plan on talking about when we meet in Fort Lauderdale on the 21st.
I know, I'm so excited.
Super excited for that.
I know. And then I already got the playlist going. I got everything. We're ready to go. I finalized everything this Friday, so I'm excited. We're going to be dancing together. It's fine. But yeah, thank you so much, Dionniw. I mean, you have no idea the presence and the knowledge and everything that you bring to the table as well. I feel like sometimes, I know that you said that well-behaved women never make history, but I feel like sometimes we underestimate ourselves as well. And sometimes we don't see our own light. I call it the butterfly effect. I learned this recently, that butterflies can never see the beauty of their wings because their heads can't turn, even if it turns, they can't see the outside of the wings. So now I call it the butterfly effect. You don't see the beauty of yourself until somebody says, girl, you got this. Yeah. So Legal Rebels Unite, Limitless Paralegals Unite, October 21st.
And I love your shirt. Like, what are the odds that we're both are just like, look, I'm just going to throw some Legal Rebel stuff on. You're going to throw some Limitless stuff on. I love it.
And that's really where I got it from, right? Because when I was a paralegal, I didn't have anybody like me. There was nobody like me. There was paralegal coaching, there was consulting, everything like that. But there was nobody, like you said, that combined the law with the education, with the empowerment, like the trifecta, right? Like we all need some type of boost. We all need the out of the box thinking. And that's really what I want to bring to the table. I want to relieve the gap between whatever education you come from to whatever practicing you come from. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. There's so much there. Like you said, right? New opportunity, creative, just feel is really what we're trying to do at the Limitless Paralegal Event. So I hope to see everyone out there. This will go live soon, I promise. And I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
When you know what, Etta, like whenever I come on and talk to you on your podcast, I'm like, this is too short, Etta. You're cutting me short, because I so enjoy speaking to you as a woman, and I feed off your energy, and I hope I'm bringing a little bit of energy with me whenever we talk. But I always feel like every time we do a podcast, I'm like, gosh darn it, Etta, you need to make your podcast episode longer, because I need 15 minutes to warm up, 20 minutes to talk to you, and like 30 minutes to debrief. And then I have
right?
That's how
we also have to catch up. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Thank you so much, and I commend you for what you're doing. Like I said, when I was a paralegal, I never saw women like yourselves putting yourself out there. Holding space for other women. How powerful is that? So I'm honored that you chose me to be a part of your panel, and I'm gonna bring it.
I know you will. I've seen you in all your glory, so I know for sure, and I'm excited to bring that to my audience as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Bye, Etta.